Alright, good morning everyone. Today is our session 12. I'd like to greet everyone a blessed Sunday to our friends and loved ones there in the Philippines, and of course a wonderful afternoon to our friends here in North America. So welcome. This is our session 12, and before we proceed, I'll just check our audio if it's okay. I'll be back. Okay, I think we're good. So again, we welcome you to our Paint with George and Ray. This is our acrylic painting online. This is a free workshop for everyone who would like to learn some skills in painting, and of course for our artist friend to also improve their skills and develop their talent in painting. And this is our 12th session. So we thank God that we are given this opportunity to share this talent to everyone out there. Okay, so our reference art for today is the butterfly. Okay, so actually this is also a black background, but I would like to teach you how to blend the dark colors and some green and some blue there, just to make our paintings interesting also. Okay, so we're doing it on our white canvas for today. And for our first timers, we are using acrylic painting, and this medium is actually being mixed with a little water. Okay, compared to oil, which is mixed with paint thinner. Okay, watercolor and tempera, poster color, and acrylic are mixed with some water. Okay. Okay. So before we start, okay, we are doing a portrait orientation. Okay, portrait, or what we call the vertical. Okay, this is the landscape or the horizontal. So today we are doing the portrait orientation. Alright, okay, so before we do the background, I'd like you to do our sketching first. Okay, so what we do with our sketches is actually we use our brush and some colors. So for today's color, we are going to use a lot of yellow, different shades of yellow, a little red, and some white, and black, a lot of black, and of course a little bit of green. Okay, so because we use a lot of black here, we are going to use a different can for the black. Okay, so this is also how to make a good background and underpainting for your future paintings. Okay, it's just like playing a lot with our colors and blending them together. Okay, so we have our black. And a little bit of our blue. Okay, so yellow, different shades of yellow, blue, green, red, and our black here. Okay, so we do our sketch first. Okay, and don't worry about doing with the brush, because this is what's nice with acrylic painting. You could cover the original paints and cover it with your desired color if you want. Okay, so of course we have our some tissue paper here. When you change your colors, wipe them dry and use, and you can also use it for the other colors. Okay, so we are going to do the flower first. So basically I do the form of the flower first, and then you try to do your own flowers. Okay, I'll give you a little time, and then we do the butterfly. So it's a step-by-step method. Okay, so I do my first step, and you do that step, and then I do the next step, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we're doing the flowers today. Okay, so from the drawing, okay, it's basically yellow and orange. Okay, so we can try to use our yellow first as our sketch, at least something that you could see in your painting when you do the black. Actually, you can paint the background first, okay, and then just put white, okay, but just to teach you how to make the forms of the flower and the butterfly, okay, we just have to do the light yellow first, so you should be able to see the outlines. Okay, so this butterfly is actually a request by my good friend Crisma Cassandra de la Cruz Bucasto. Kompleto na naman. Okay, so here's our flower. Okay, our flower should be facing that way, so it's a side view. Okay, so we put a space there for the center. Okay, that's going to be our center. Okay, let's put a little bit of red so that you could see it. Okay, that's our center. Okay, so if this is the flower and it's facing that way, it's supposed to be an oblong. Okay, okay, and we do the first petal. Okay, the first petal. Okay, and the next one. Okay, you don't have to be conscious of how it should look like and how it should be the same than my petals. Okay, so actually you can do your own petals later on. Okay, so a long one. Okay, and then there's a petal at the back, another long one here, and at the other side of the flower is a little bit on the edge because it's on the other side. Okay, so just make small ones there and make another one big one here. Okay, so this part is actually the folded part of the edge of the flower there. Okay, so there's our outline of our flowers. Of our flower, it's just one flower. Okay. Okay, so again, like I said, you don't have to be conscious of the shape. Okay, you can add a lot of petals if you like. And if you're already comfortable with you're okay already with your flower there, just leave it as it is. Okay, next we are doing the butterfly. Okay, so basically this is the form of the butterfly. Okay, so we do the head first. Okay, so take note, I'm still using the yellow just so you could see your outline later on. Okay, and then the body, make two forms. Okay, a long one and a short one. Okay, so you have your head there and then the body. Okay, and then the wings. Okay, there are just two parts of the wings there. This is the biggest one, or the smaller one actually. Okay, just like that. Alright, so I hope you're following it. Okay, and then we make the bigger one. Okay, this is just our sketch, so This is not yet final. Okay, and then of course we do the wings at the back. This is the wings at the back, at the other side. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. That's just the basic shape. Okay, so we will be covering the background with different colors, so don't be afraid if you go over the yellow line. That's okay, because we could always go back and cover it. Okay, so for now we are using a bigger brush for today. Okay, so this is a big one here. Okay, now the center part here between the flower and the butterfly is going to have some shades of green. Okay, so when we say shades of green, we have yellow, green, and green. Okay, just put it there. Just put it there. Some yellow. Okay, and then you could also try to put some shade of blue here. Okay, so it's just spread out like that. Okay, and put some red here. Okay, remember when we do our sunset, okay, just like splattering them around. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so if you're okay now with your underpaint there, okay, we'll now try to put a lot of black. Okay, let's use this one here para hindi sayang yung paint. Yeah. Okay, so we are washing our brush and then put a lot of black. Okay, if you have a hard time spreading your colors, just put a little bit of your color black. Okay, I'll get some more black. Here. Okay, so we spread out our black here. Okay, when you do your painting, you might want to also color the sides of your canvas, like putting some colors on the top here. Okay. Okay, and then color the rest with the color black. Okay, so you have a drip there. That's okay, because you're going to cover it anyway later on. Okay, so cover the rest with black. Okay, so avoid your butterfly there, but it's okay if you overlap a little on the yellow lines there, or whatever color you used for your sketches. Okay, there. Okay, when you're done, okay, with your black and your colors there, try to blend everything now. Okay, so for the middle one, I have to use a smaller brush just to be able to mix them very well. Okay, so I mix them. I let them blend. Okay, so don't be afraid that your black would be blending with your light colors. That's okay. Okay, blend everything. And by the way, this is also going to be uploaded in our YouTube. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. YouTube channel is Paint with Georgie Ray. So if you would like to share it with your friends, just share our link to your friends and try to paint with us as well. Okay, so color the rest. Yeah, okay, let's try to put some more black here. Okay, we're trying to do some dark background to bring out the colors of the butterfly and the flowers. Okay, so we are trying to make it as dark as possible. Okay, and some more black here. And then wash your brush. And then try to blend the other colors again. You could also go back to your original colors, like getting your yellow and going back there, and try to blend it with the other colors there until they are soft and smooth. There are no sharp edges. Okay, just try to blend them carefully and slowly. Okay, there you go. Okay, go back here. Okay, let it mix, let it blend. Okay, so at least you have a shade of blue there. Which makes our painting more interesting. Okay, let's put some green here and let it merge. Okay, so now we are able to cover a lot of space with our black and some colors there, some shades there. Okay, as you can see, I have some dark colors over the flower. That's okay. You could always paint over it later on. Okay, so maintain our colors there. There's some blue and yellow on this part, and you can still put some red if you like, and just try to blend it with the rest of the colors there. There. Okay, now you have your underpainting. Okay, and later on we could also try to cover this once again with color black. Okay, so we cover the sides also. cover this one on the side. Okay, so I'd like to congratulate our friends there who have been joining our sessions, and a lot of them have been posting their paintings, and it's also a very wonderful feeling to see a lot of our friends being able to do some uh, beautiful canvas paintings already. So congratulations to everyone. Okay, and cover this on the side. Okay, so this is now our underpainting. Okay, we can always go on to improve our black painting there afterwards when it's dry. Okay. Okay, I think we could already work on this part. Even this part is a little wet there. Okay, so we're going to work on our flowers first. Okay, so like I said, this is just a combination of our uh, yellow and orange. Okay, so all you have to do is cover it first with the orange there. Okay, so if you don't have a original orange paint, there is just mixing your yellow and orange. Okay, okay, so we just cover our petals. Okay, when you do the orange, okay, try to overlap on the black that you painted at the background. Okay, so you can now paint over them, so you don't have to have white spaces, okay, or white lines there because of the sketches that we made. Okay, just use solid orange for now. Okay, there. Okay, now I'm going to teach you two techniques when doing some petals here. Okay, either you make your petal solid orange, or you could use the technique that we use with the betta fish. Okay, so it's just a combination of your orange and then your yellow. Okay, and just try to paint them, and you see some yellow streaks over there already, which makes them uh, something natural. Okay, so orange and then yellow, and then just paint over them, and whatever comes out of that stroke is going to be your petal. Okay, so you have some shade of orange there and some yellow. Okay, okay, the same here. Okay, now if you're not contented with your shades there, all you have to do is just go back and put some orange on it. Okay, very easy. Okay, if you covered it like that and you would like to add more orange, just go back, especially when it's dry, and just make those streaks there. Okay, so we're going to do the solid technique again. Okay, just solid orange. Okay, try to overlap on those dark background there. Okay, and then of course the other side of the petal, try to cover them. Okay, so now you have your petals. Okay, so you could use the two styles. Okay, I will complete the first style first. Okay, so this has to be very dry first. Okay, make sure that your first color is very dry first before you proceed to making your details or your highlights. Okay, so your yellow. Okay, so this is the first technique a while ago. Try to paint it with solid orange and then put some streaks of yellow, just like the waterfall. Okay, so now you have the texture of your petals there. Okay, okay, I'll bring the camera clear closer, so you should be able to see the details. All right, okay, never mind my face, this is more important. Okay, so your yellow there. Okay, just go over your orange and then make those streaks just like that. Okay, same here. Okay, from the center and do some streaks. Okay, and from here. Okay, so at least now your petals has more texture. Okay, not just a very flat orange. Okay, so this part here, okay, just to make it contrasting. When we say contrasting, this color should be different from that color in terms of shading. So we make a darker shade of orange. Okay, just put a little more red for the center. Okay, so now you have a contrast of this middle part of the flower and the rest of the petals here. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's try this again. we'll add more details, okay, like we always do in our paintings before. We have the source of light coming from this side and then showing on this part of the flower. Okay, so more yellow, and then just add on this side and this side here. And this side here. There. Okay. So now you have at least some shades of your petals there. Okay, some sun on your petals there. Okay. Now with your yellow there, okay, some shade of a little bit of your white there. Okay, try to make your stem, okay, from here or here, under here. Just make a white line there. And just let it dry. Okay? There you go. Okay, just let this dry. We don't have to blow dry this. We can also start working on this part. Okay, now this is the fun part for the butterfly. Okay, you might want to memorize this technique, because this is going to help you in your future drawings or paintings with butterflies or some flowers. Okay, so it's just the technique that we did with the background a while ago. Okay, so first, okay, just put your yellow here. So we're going to work on this wing first, okay, the lower wing. Okay, just put your yellow first, okay, on this part. Smudge it with your yellow and your shades of some orange. And then the upper part here should be a little bit of your darker orange. Okay, so more orange here, and then as you go down towards the yellow, try to blend the yellow and the orange. Okay, so wash your brush first very well, as you are going to start with the yellow first. Okay, so when you go up, okay, try to mix them together, and you will blend your orange, okay, and your yellow. Okay, so it's like doing the sunset, but this time you're painting it on the wings. Okay, so there you have your wings, shade of yellow and orange. Okay, so you're going to do the rest, the same technique with this one. Okay, so yellow first, okay, yellow smudge, and then go get your orange, put it on the edge, okay, and then let it blend with your orange. Okay, blend them very well. Okay, softly, nicely, carefully, and you have your wing. Okay, we can also cover that one there, or just cover it with the color black later on. Okay, so you have your shades there of your orange. Okay, alright, so same here. Okay, we start on this edge here, and then wash your brush and get your shade of yellow. Okay, put your yellow first there, and then try to blend them together. Okay, so just try to play with your colors, yellow, red, orange, okay, just to make it interesting. Okay, so there's your wings. Okay, easy, di ba? Okay. Okay, we let it dry. Okay, make sure that they are very dry before you work on the details of the butterfly. Alright. Okay. Now, this time we are going to do a lot of details now. So we need a smaller brush. Okay. Okay, I need to wear my glasses. Okay, we're now working on our details. Smaller brush. Okay, now let's start with the body of the butterfly. Okay, so we have the three parts there a while ago. We have the head. Okay, just color the head first with solid black. Okay, just a circle, and then the body. Okay, and the lower part. Okay, so there's our head and the body. Okay, and then of course we need to put the legs later on. Okay, because we need to put the buds of the flowers here. Okay, so we're now going to work on the wings. Okay, so all you have to do is remember the three parts that we made a while ago. All you have to do is to follow that outline first. Okay, there's your outline. Okay, now once you finish your outline there, we just have to make it thicker on the outline or the sides there, especially the back of the wings. Okay, make it uneven. Okay, curvy, not too straight. Okay, just to make it this part a little thicker than the other lines here. Okay, now when you have made this part of the wings already, okay, try to make another like we divide this into three. Okay, so 1 2 1 2 3. Okay, so the 1/3 is to divide them. Okay, okay, and then this one, okay, is like trying to make a branch of tree. Okay, So first we need to make another oblong here. Okay, so you now have 1, 2, 3 like leaves inside. Okay, from that leaf there, all you have to do is to make your lines going outside. Okay, like making the branches of the tree. Okay, let's make it more thicker here at this part. Okay, and we're done with our first wing there. Okay, and next, okay, we make another outline here. Okay, so remember when you had your dark background there, okay, just go over it. Okay, now you'll notice that when we made our dark background a while ago, it was black. So now you're going to put some black here, but we will have some contrast later on when we try to put the white dots on the black wings. Okay. Okay. Okay, same thing. We divide the wings here. Okay, you don't have to make it exactly as this one. Okay, so make another like leaf shape here. Okay, and then smaller leaf. There. Okay, so you have some leaf there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, doesn't have to be exactly 6 as long as you make those small leaves there. Okay, and we do the other side of the wing there. Okay, make one side a little thicker as well. And the same, okay, make some shape of the tree there. Shape of the like branches there. Okay. There you go. So just like making, if you notice stained glasses, try to notice or observe the windows in the churches. Okay, they are stained glasses and they would usually look like this. Okay. Alright, so while we're having this dried up, okay, we now go back to work on our flower there. Okay, so this part here, okay, we are now going to do the rest of the center of the flowers there. Okay, so we're just going to do some what do you call this, pistil. Okay, just make those strands there going up. Okay, different shades. There. And we will try to put some shades there of some orange, okay, to put some highlights and some texture on this part of the flowers. Okay, all right. We could also add some more details on the flowers here by trying to put more light yellow on this part here. Okay, so just try to play with your colors. Okay, so actually there are no rules. Okay, well, whichever goes, how the colors flow. Okay, and try to discover some techniques along the way. Okay, if you find it very beautiful for you, continue doing it. Okay, if not, try another one. Okay, there are no rules. Okay, so we can go back here. Okay, but make sure your color block is very dry, very dry, as we go to details of our butterfly. Okay. All right. Okay. We can go back to our stem here. Okay, just to do some texture on it. Okay, just try to go back with a little bit of your green and just draw or paint some green on the other side. Okay. There you go. Okay, so you have the highlight of his stem there. Dark green on the other side, light green on the other side. And we can now go to our butterfly again. Okay, so usually the sides of the butterfly, okay, that's why I ask you to make it thicker for you to be able to put those white spots. Okay, so we'll work on the first wing first. Okay, so with your pure white there, okay, all you have to do is line them up with different sizes of your white. Okay, some are big, short, long. Okay, and then line them up. You could also try to put 2 layers. Okay, one here and one here. Okay, please try to do some different shapes so they wouldn't look very symmetrical with the same sizes of your white there. Okay, so we have a long one there. Okay, and short. Okay, all right. So you have your black spots there. So when you have your black background here, it would now look better because of your white spots here. Okay, so we also work on the other side of the wing, the upper part of the wing there. Okay, just put your white spots. Okay, there you go. And also on the other side. Okay, make sure that they are of different sizes. Okay, you don't have to measure them like the circumference or the diameter of the white spots there. Just match it. Okay, that's the fun of painting. Okay, all right. Okay, so with the body of the butterfly there, just to make it also with a little texture, is just to put a little shade of gray underneath. Okay, and then finish it with the legs of the butterfly. Okay, so we have, I don't know how many legs they usually have, so just put some. Okay, and then the other side, and then of course don't forget the antenna. Okay, just thin ones. Okay, and there's your butterfly. Alright, so that completes our butterfly. You could also try to add more details here if you like. Okay, okay, thinner ones. Okay, usually they differ. Okay, with a lot of lines. Okay, so it's up to you. There. Okay, so you could add a lot. All right. Okay, so you could also try to improve your background by just going back with your color block and just try to paint all over them again. Okay, just to make it very solid black. Okay, anyway, you already have your white there, white dots. And just cover them again. Okay, if you hit them again, you hit your white there. Okay, let it dry and then go over it again with your colors. Okay, so um, just work on your underpainting very well with mixing of a lot of colors there, and just try to mix it and blend it very well. And then when you are satisfied with your underpainting, you can now start working on your foreground, which is the butterfly, and the flowers. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I'm sure you were able to follow how to make the flowers there, doing the highlights, and of course how to make the butterfly. So I hope uh, some of our friends there are able to understand and be able to do butterflies from here on. Okay, so with that, that is our session 12. We are able to finish our painting in 55 minutes. You are getting better. Okay, so please post your pictures, your selfies with your paintings, not to brag, but also to encourage other people to uh, get into acrylic painting. Okay, so before we end our session 12, I'd like to greet my daughter a happy wedding anniversary. Happy wedding anniversary, Wisdom and Roger. And of course, to our friends in the US, happy 4th of July. And of course, a blessed Sunday to each and everyone there in the Philippines. So, we'll see you again for session 13 next week. And we'll try to teach and show you more techniques in how to do painting. So, thank you everyone for joining us. And please share our painting session on YouTube, Paint with Georgian Ray. Maraming salamat at magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Sa'yo, walang ibang pag-aangkin kundi ikaw lamang, aking mahal. Ako'y sa'yo